So what do you think about the cuts to public services that we're seeing?
I kind of made a public video on this a while back. I think it's a disgrace. We don't need to see any cuts whatsoever happening. The cuts are being made to supposedly take money to pay liabilities on debts. I think the interest payments alone in this country in this year, that's 2012, in the UK, will be somewhere just over £150 million a day in interest alone. Okay, that's not the capital, it's just the interest alone is being paid out for supposedly loans and benefits that we've received from private interests. I think there's been a massive breach of trust here. I think the decisions and the agreements that have been entered into by some of our public servants have not had our well-being at its heart, because otherwise we wouldn't be stripping our public services and community services dry now to repay those alleged loans, basically. I'm not convinced any real wealth changed hands. I'm not convinced anybody out there was left short by any alleged loans that were given to us that, for which we are now being left short. I think this can all be dealt with by misrepresentation charges and breach of trust charges against the signatories of those arrangements to undo those deals. That's it. Those interest payments can stop now. That would be over £150 million a day re-injected into the spending on the people in this economy, in this country. It would make a phenomenal difference to the quality of life for millions of people, and it's a simple course of action to arise to it.
What is that course of action?
Breach of trust charges and misrepresentation charges against the individuals who made those decisions, because then that can undo the decision. It's like if you look at the Kyoto Convention agreement that was signed by a number of nations to do with, I think it was pollution or something like that, and America turned around and said, oh yeah, you know those people that signed that Kyoto Treaty that everyone was really happy about, well, we don't agree with them anymore. They weren't actually representing us, so we're not going to agree to that anymore. And you know that International Criminal Court that we kind of agreed to, well, we disagree with them now as well, so we're not going to agree to that signature either. So they're quite happy to back out on agreements that they made without batting an eyelid, not caring how anybody else thinks about it. Iceland did it with their banking arrangements, and Britain and Japan bullied them for it, but there's no reason why we as an island nation can't do exactly the same thing and just turn around and say, do you know what, the people that signed that were idiots. In fact, they weren't even idiots, they were maliciously, or possibly maliciously, serving their own interests and not that of the people. That's a fundamental breach of trust, and through undoing that we can undo any commitments that we're allegedly obliged to perform under as a result of any of those agreements. It's simple to me.